Hi, this video is all about ISO. In the last two videos, we talked about shutter speed and aperture, and now ISO is the last piece of information in the exposure triangle. I refer ISO to the last resort that you're going to use after shutter speed and aperture because it's more not exactly cheating, but it's a shortcut way to get a good exposed photograph. For ISO, it lets you take a picture in a very low light situation and still get a reasonable sharpness in your photograph, even after you drag out a long enough shutter speed and you already max out your aperture. ISO is located inside the camera, not inside the lens this time, and it controls how sensitive your camera is to light. So basically, it tells the camera sensor to pick up the lesser signal of light when you take the picture. ISO is referring to ISO 100, ISO 200, all the way to ISO 6400, depending on your camera. And the lesser the ISO number, the lesser the camera is sensitive to light. And on the other hand, the higher the ISO number, the more sensitive your camera is to light. So now you may ask, why don't we just use a higher ISO all the time? Great question. Because a higher ISO is going to introduce more noise in your photograph, which is making your photographs more grainy, or some people may say a more digital noise photograph, which is not something we want to see. So by default, we should always use ISO 100, especially if you are outdoor in a good daylight situation. But if you're shooting indoor and you already drag out a long enough shutter speed and you already max out the aperture, then change the ISO. Change it slowly, gradually, until you get to the brightest level that you want. So just remember, changing the ISO is the last resort in the exposure triangle after the shutter speed and the aperture. And I hope you get a lot of information in this video, and I'll see you again in other videos.